Born with a body the world mocked, Peter Dinklage faced rejection, poverty, and humiliation. Casting directors laughed, doors closed, dreams shattered. But instead of quitting, he fought silently. From tiny apartments to global fame, this is the real story of pain, courage, sacrifice, and unstoppable human spirit. Chapter 1: A Child Born Different. Peter Hayden Dinklage was born on June 11, 1969 in New Jersey, United States. From the moment he entered this world, his life was already different. He was born with a genetic condition called achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism that affects bone growth and height. While other children grew taller each year, Peter remained physically small. But what made his childhood truly painful was not his height. It was the way society reacted to it. As a child, Peter quickly realized that people stared at him. They whispered, they laughed. Sometimes they showed sympathy, sometimes cruelty. Both hurt equally. At school, he felt invisible and exposed at the same time. Invisible because people didn't take him seriously. Exposed because everyone noticed his difference. But inside that small body lived a mind filled with imagination, creativity, and silent strength. Chapter 2: Discovering Acting. During his teenage years, Peter discovered something that changed his life forever: acting. On stage, he was no longer the short boy. He became characters. He became voices. He became emotions. The theater gave him freedom. It allowed him to escape the identity society forced on him. But even then, reality waited outside the stage doors. Teachers encouraged him. Friends admired his talent. Yet the industry was brutal, because Hollywood did not see talent first. It saw appearance first. Chapter 3: The Hardest Years. Poverty and Rejection. After graduating from college, Peter moved to New York City with dreams bigger than his circumstances. But dreams don't pay rent. For years, he lived in extremely small apartments. Sometimes he didn't have enough money for proper food. He worked odd jobs. He struggled to survive. Casting directors offered humiliating roles. They wanted him to play comic characters, fantasy creatures, background jokes, characters with no dignity. Peter refused. He once said that he would rather starve than accept roles that mocked people with dwarfism. This decision made his life harder, but protected his self-respect. While others climbed slowly in the industry, Peter stayed stuck in auditions, rejection rooms, and unpaid waiting. There were moments he felt hopeless, moments when he questioned his dream, moments when he wondered if the world would ever see him as an actor, not a disability. Chapter 4: Friendship and Survival. During his early struggling years, Peter lived with his close friend, actor Mark Ruffalo. Both were poor. Both were unknown. Both were chasing Hollywood dreams. They supported each other emotionally. They encouraged each other when rejection became routine. That friendship helped Peter survive mentally, because when the world doesn't believe in you, sometimes one person is enough to keep you standing. Chapter 5: First Breakthrough. In 2003, everything changed. Peter got a role in the independent film The Station Agent. For the first time, he played a character that was not defined by height. The story focused on loneliness, friendship, and emotional depth. Audiences loved him, critics praised him, film festivals noticed him. For the first time in his career, Peter felt hope becoming reality. But success was still slow. He did not become famous overnight. He continued working in small projects, but something important had changed. The industry had started taking him seriously. Chapter 6: The Game of Thrones Moment. In 2011, Peter received a script that would transform his life forever. Game of Thrones. The role, Tyrion Lannister. Peter hesitated. Fantasy shows had a history of disrespectful portrayals of people with dwarfism, but when he read the script, he saw something different. Tyrion was intelligent, powerful, emotional, complex, strong. Not a joke, not decoration, a real character. Peter accepted the role, and history was created. Chapter 7. Global Fame and Pressure. After Game of Thrones aired, Peter Dinklage became a global icon. People who once ignored him now admired him. Fans respected him. The industry honored him. He won multiple Emmy Awards. But fame brought new pressure. Suddenly, he became a symbol for representation. Millions of people with physical differences looked at him as hope. That responsibility was heavy. Peter carried it carefully. He used interviews to speak about dignity, representation, and respect. He refused roles that insulted people with disabilities. He demanded better storytelling. He became more than an actor. He became a voice. Chapter 8. Personal Life and Family. Behind the spotlight, Peter built a quiet personal life. He married theater director Erica Schmidt. They built a private family away from media chaos. He became a father. For Peter, family represented something deeply emotional, acceptance without conditions. The thing he missed in childhood, he created in adulthood. Chapter 9. Fighting Stereotypes. Even after success, discrimination didn't completely disappear. Peter continued facing typecasting, but now he had power. He rejected roles that portrayed people with dwarfism as jokes or fantasy creatures. He pushed Hollywood to evolve. Slowly, change started happening. More respectful roles appeared, more representation improved. His courage reshaped industry standards. Chapter 10. Inner Struggles. Despite success, Peter has openly admitted to experiencing self-doubt. Growing up different leaves permanent emotional scars. Even after fame, those childhood memories don't disappear. But he learned to live with them. He learned to transform pain into purpose. He learned to accept himself completely. Chapter 11. What his life teaches us. Peter Dinklage's story is not about dwarfism. It is about being underestimated, being rejected, being ignored, being told you are not enough, and still choosing to move forward. He proved that talent is not measured in height. He proved that courage is not visible. He proved that success is built from suffering. Chapter 12. The Real Victory. The real victory was not Emmy Awards. The real victory was not money. The real victory was dignity. Peter did not allow the world to define him. He defined himself. He walked his own path. He refused to shrink his dreams because of his body. Final emotional message. Peter Dinklage's life reminds us of one powerful truth. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You don't need approval to be valuable. You don't need the world's permission to succeed. Sometimes the strongest warriors fight silent battles that nobody sees. And sometimes the biggest victories come from the smallest beginnings.